All right, hello once again, Jeff Scott from Jeff Teaches Programming. And before I start, I want to apologize. I meant to click the or hit the pause button, and I accidentally hit the quit button last time. So the video attempted to, basically it ended very abruptly. So we've got this list box here that shows 25 randomly generated test scores. And right now I can show the original order of them, a help screen, which is just a message box explaining what each button does. I can put those 25 scores in ascending order, in descending order. I can show the smallest, the largest, sum, average, range, and median. These 6 things just in a, basically in a message box. And I can clear, which removes everything that was in here, creates a brand new array, and fills the list box up with that. Or I can exit. So what's left is the C search rather, and the VB search. And I just stubbed these in. There's nothing in there. So I've got perform C# search and perform VB search. And they're both pretty similar to one another. All right. So I'm going to sit there and say this. I'm going to say string input. This may or may not work. I'm going to say here equals Microsoft dot Visual Basic dot I didn't think it would, but I thought maybe I'd try it this way. Action dot input box. And you'll see I'm getting errors. And it says right now it doesn't have access to this. It doesn't know what I'm trying to do. So let's show it what we're trying to do, okay? All right. And that is for my project here, which is my ArrayDemoGUIV01. I'm going to right mouse click on it and I'm going to add, and I'm going to attempt to add what's called a reference. And if I come down here and I go to, where is it? I think it's assemblies, but we'll find out. There's one here that will say Microsoft Visual Basic. And I want to add that reference to that. All right, I think that's the one I want, so I'm going to say OK. Now, if this worked, I can now say at the top, amongst my other things here, using Microsoft.Visual Basic. All right, and I think now I'm going to be able to do this. If I can't, I'll have to do some more investigatory work. It's been a while since I've worked on this. No excuse, it's just the truth. So let's try this whole thing again. String input equals Microsoft dot, spell it right, dot Visual Basic dot, now notice there's a lot more stuff here, including interaction dot input box. Good. All right. And I'm going to put this on different lines. So it's basically saying here, what do you want to do? And I'm going to say, please input a test score, and I will tell you I'm going to cut it down. I just want to be able to see all of it. So input a test score, period. I will tell you if it is in the array or not. Just leave it like that. All right. And what I'm going to put in here is, I'll give it a title, and I'll say input array element to search for. All right. Now, validate that the user entered an integer. You can't search for blank. You can't search for a string. You can't search for a double or a decimal value. This is only going to work for an integer. So if not int.parse, we've been using that one for a while, input, and for the output, we'll just call it, I don't know, we'll say out int, I'll call it search value. Let's see if I do something wrong here. If not int.parse, what doesn't it like? Let's see. Operator cannot be applied to type int. Oh, it's try parse, not parse. I'm not parsing here. I'm looking at it. I'm attempting to parse. So try parse. There we go. All right. So if it doesn't work, what do we want to do? Well, all we're going to do is a message box dot show, and we'll say value inputted not an integer. And for a title, we'll put in here illegal input attempt. And as we have been doing, we'll do the message box OK. Whoops. Darn it. Yeah. And we'll do message box OK and a message box error. And we might as well just return after that. There's no sense in going on. Let's see if that part works. So file, save all. Oh, I did skip something, which I did not mean to skip. I think it'll check everything, but I'm going to make sure that before I do this search, I'm going to sort, what was it? What the heck was it called? Show array ascending order. Show array ascending order. We'll do that first. All right. So let's put some comments in here. So sort array ascending. Ask user for search input. Then I've got validate. So if this is the case, illegal input. All right. We're not yet going to be able to search for a valid one, but we're going to be able to search for something illegal. We'll see if this works. So let's do a C# sort, and you'll see it's in order, and it says enter a test score. I will tell you if it is in the array or not. So let's leave it empty. Illegal input, value input, it was not an integer. Let's try it again. Value input, it was not an integer. Let's try it again. Okay, those all worked. That's a good start. So if I get down to here, and integer was inputted, all right. So I'm going to say int, int, we'll call it the index, equals array dot index of, and what we want to search in here is the array and what we called it, which was search value. Okay. All right. Now, either it's going to find it or it's not. All right. So, whoops, show success message if search value was found, show error message if search value not found. All right, so message box dot show, we're actually going to do a calculation in here. We're going to say if the index is greater than or equal to 0, it means it found something. So if that's the case, we'll say question mark let's use the $sign here, and we're going to say search value, and the value was input, right? Where am I here? I did bring some other note that I found just for these two. Oh, we call this it's the search value. Found at index the index. And let's see. I'm going to leave it like that. I don't know what I'm doing here. All right. And then a colon. And we will just simply say $, search value was not found. And here we'll say was found, and here we'll say was not found. Oops. What I'm doing here. Semicolon. Oh, I need a paren there too. So let's see if it works. So file, save all. And let's just immediately do it in ascending order. Let's look for 47. And that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's in location index 12. So we're going to do a C# search for 47. The value 47 was found at index 12. Let's try 48, which is not in there. The search value 48 was not found. Okay? All right. I don't know when I get all done with this. So I've got that. I don't know if I can put a comma here. I'm going to try this, and I don't know if it'll work or not. But I'm going to put message box buttons.OK, message box icon dot information. I don't know if it'll take this. See, I think it's confused because of what I've got up here. Darn it. Oh, I didn't give it a title. Maybe that's it. Search results. And since it's C#, we'll say C# search results. And a comma. And let's see if it takes this. So File, Save All. We're going to do the same thing that we just did. We'll try one that works and one that doesn't work. So we'll put it in ascending order. Let's look for 80. And that is at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's like at 19, I think. So we're going to look for 80. C# results found at 80. Now there's no 81 there, but let's try 81. It was not found. Okay, so we've got that one done. Now let's try the one for we're going to try the one for Visual Basic. Now, we want to do, when we start, we want to do all this stuff that we're doing here. The same thing. So I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to call Get Ready to Search. All right. Yeah, it's giving me errors. Don't worry about that. And it still might have a problem with this, but it's okay. It'll be okay in a second. So private void Get Ready to Search. All right. So let's see. Search. So this is going to now have to be a bool. Yeah, I know it's going to give me an error, and that's fine. This means it didn't work, so we will return false. And down here, we'll return true. Okay, now that's part of it. Don't worry. So we'll say here, bool, keep going, equals get ready to search. If keep going, which means that we do want to keep going, we're going to do all this. Now, there's a little problem here. It still doesn't like search value, and that's okay. All right, let's see. We somehow need this. All right, we're going to change this. So instead of returning that, we're going to return an int. Don't worry, we'll fix this in a minute. So if this didn't work, we're going to return -1. Otherwise, we're going to return search value. Okay. Now, don't worry. So here we're going to say int we get down to here, we've got a valid value. We want to search -1 or the search value. So if search value less than 0, we know, I should say greater than or equal to 0, that an integer was inputted. We want to do this. Let's see if I made it better or worse. Just want to make sure I didn't break what I have when we start here. All right, so we will put it in ascending order. We'll do the C search. Let's do 2, which is right at the beginning. 2 was found at index 0. That's good. Let's do it again. And let's do 3, which is not in there. Was not found. So that's good. That appears to still be working just fine. All right. Now with the VB one, we again, like I said, a lot of this is going to be similar, but we again want to call first sort array ascending. So that's show array ascending order. Okay, that's the first thing. Just like we did here. Then, oh, we're already calling it there. We want to call get ready to search. And just like before, we're going to say int search value equals get ready to search, and that's going to return -1 if we put in a bad input. Otherwise, it's going to return, if we put in something that's greater than 0, it's going to return that. Okay, so it's going to be very similar to what we did before, but not exactly the same thing. I'm going to say int the index equal -1. All right, and then I'm going to put in a for loop. We're going to put the same thing in that we put here. Not there. Get rid of this. All right, Let's see if it works, then we'll go back over it and look at it. Basically working very similarly to what we already had in there. Again, I'm having battery issues here. Yeah, it's going to be beeping. It might be beeping now. If it does, please don't let that bother you. It doesn't mean anything. So let's do a file, save all. Let's start. Let's do it in ascending order. And VB search, I'll look for 98, which is at the bottom. It says it was not found. Well, something is screwed up there. You have to take a look real quick and see what the problem is. Again, if it beeps a little bit here, sorry in advance. So this is VB search results, not C# or search results. So that's there. So that was good. The index equal -1 for LCV equals 0, LCV less than size, plus LCV, that's all correct. Oh, this is okie dokie. We want to do this one regardless. We want to print something out, either yes it was found or no it was not found. So here, if this is the case, the value was found. So what I want to do is I want to say the index equals LCV, and I want to break. I want to get the heck out of the loop. So file, save all, start. All right, we will again do an ascending. We'll do a VB search, and let's see. Let's look for 16, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 16. It says the value 16 was not found. Well, that is not a good start, is it? It's going through everything. So, what are you doing wrong, Jeff? Here, oh, it's greater than or equal to 0. Yeah, it was found. Huh. Search for. We've got get ready to search. When we call get ready to search, input a test score. Okay. It's going to tell you that if we got an illegal value, and there will return -1. Otherwise, we'll return search value. Okay. Plus. The other problem we're going to have, I think, see, the problem is I keep trying to take code that I've written that works and make it better. And sometimes I make it better, and sometimes, unfortunately, I make it worse. I'm at 30 minutes. I'm going to stop right now. And I'm going to take the last ones that I've done today, and I'm going to take those, and I'm going to produce them and put them out there. And then I'm going to go try to find this error, come back, fix that, and then go over the entire program with you. Okay, once it works, then I want to try to push this out to my GitHub repository. So I'll be back with that, hopefully, shortly.